Salutations friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my November fragrance haul, and it's one of the biggest. So if you'd like to know the fragrances that I got this month, then keep watching. First, a few things. I always like to have little disclaimers. I'm filming in here because it's really overcast outside and the lighting is just blah. And there's a lot of fragrances, and this is where I'm going to ultimately be putting them away, so it's easier for me to film here. One of these fragrances was actually supposed to be part of last month's fragrance, but I actually didn't have it in the group, so I'll let you guys know what that is. And about 10 of these fragrances were sent to me to review. I will let you know which those are. Now, as always, you guys do not need this many fragrances. I don't need this many fragrances, but it is the way that I enjoy spending my money, is collecting perfume. So without further ado, let's get into the fragrances. Normally I start off with the more exciting ones first, but we're actually going to start off with the ones that are still amazing and I'm really excited for. But then we're going to go into the more of the ones that I think you guys are more interested in, the more higher end niche and luxury fragrances. Now, most of these were sent to me, not all of them, so I will let you know which ones were given to me. But I did want to say that a lot of these are really fantastic and I really love them, but I will probably be giving some of them away. So although I did haul them and I am hauling them now, a lot of these are going to be given away to my dad or my brother-in-law because I think they'll really enjoy them more than me. So the first one that I got, which I'm probably going to keep because I really like it for myself, this was sent to me by MaxAroma, was Black Walnut from Banana Republic. I mentioned this in my gift recommendation videos, and I really truly honestly recommend this. When I was working with them in regards to that, I sent them a list of fragrances that I thought were really fantastic, and I had mentioned that this one was one that I really enjoyed, but I wanted to sample it more before I was like going to completely recommend it. But I had sampled it before on my own, and they were like, well, why don't we just send you a bottle of it? So because usually what they'll do, and I have them here to show you, is they'll send me little travel atomizers, their pocket perfumes, as samples. But since, you know, this is such an inexpensive fragrance, they were like, we'll just send you the bottle. So they sent me this bottle, but it was something that I was going to include in my list anyway. I wanted to sample it more, and it's just really fantastic. It's a nice tobacco woodsy light fragrance that I think works really well on men. It's a great daytime fragrance, great bang for your buck, and I love it. And then obviously all the La Rive fragrances. Now the masculine La Rive fragrances I did really enjoy. Those are the ones when I was talking about going to be giving away, I'll be giving them to my dad or my brother-in-law, or he has like 3 other brothers. Just because a lot of these fragrances I do really enjoy but I won't wear, but they're really good fragrances, so I feel like I want to put them in the hands of people who will wear them and appreciate them more. I do really love Cabana. I might keep this one because it's really good. This is the dupe for Le Male from Jean Paul Gaultier. Fantastic fragrance. And then we have Aqua La Rive, which is the Aqua di Gio dupe. A good fragrance. I've smelled Aqua di Gio to death, but I know other people really like to wear it, so I will let other people enjoy it, but I do like smelling it. This is Hitfire. This is the Fahrenheit Dior dupe or clone. And this is one that I actually thought I filmed and got up on the video, but I actually realized that I didn't film it. So this is another one that they sent me, and it's Brave. It's their Invictus dupe. It's very similar. I find it to be a little bit more soapy than Invictus, but it's really good. I'm not the hugest fan of Invictus on my skin. I like smelling it on other people. I just don't think it works well on me. So I know that either my dad or my brother-in-law will scoop this up. And then we also have the feminine ones, which I'm keeping because I love them. So I'm keeping all the ladies ones because they're amazing. We have Miss Dream and Queen of Life. And then we also have Hello Beauty. One of you guys had recently said, and you did some digging, so thank you so much, that this is a dupe for the Givenchy Angel O Demon, I think it's what it's called. I don't know the name of it completely, and I haven't really tried that, so I don't know, but it smells really nice. So yeah, thank you so much for digging and finding the information for me on that. That was really wonderful of you. These were the fragrances that were sent to me this month to review. Everything else I paid for, so these are the ones that were given to me to review, and they're really great. The men's, again, I'm going to give to my dad, and not as like a Christmas gift, just like, here you go, have this kind of gift. But the women's I'm definitely keeping because they're amazing, and the juice in general are pretty fantastic. I just don't think I'm going to wear the men's as much as the women's, but I'm definitely keeping the black walnut because that one's amazing. And it's from Masaki Matsushima, or no, Masaki Matsushima, and it's Matte Chocolat. I got the big one. This was like 12 bucks, you guys. This is such a nice chocolate fragrance. It's so good. I'm going to be reviewing it. There's a variety of other fragrances from this line, but the chocolate one, I've seen a lot of people just really get excited for it because it's hard to find good chocolate fragrances, and so I'm definitely going to be reviewing this for you guys. But if you just want a heads up, it's a really good fragrance for a really good price. Like, especially if you find it at TJ Maxx, this was like 12 bucks, and it's such a good chocolate fragrance. So I got that, and then I tried all of the Demeter, the Zodiac collection. I didn't get all of them because some of them weren't so good on my skin. It's not that they were bad, they just didn't work. But the ones that I did get were Virgo, and I'm going to be reviewing these guys, Gemini, and Leo, and I'm a Leo. So I got these guys, and I really love the bottles. They're nice and tall. And then they had a lot of other Demeter. They had a lot of Demeter there. And Demeter already is really inexpensive, so the fact that you can get it like really inexpensive just always excites me. I don't know why. So this is Wet Garden. My husband actually really likes this one. This is one of them here he bought me a sample of, and he liked it, so I found it and I got it. And my husband was with me when I got all this stuff. Like, he was such a trooper. Got Jasmine, because sometimes it's nice to just have a Jasmine. This Jasmine's, it's pretty good. It smells like a plant, which I like. Sometimes I like smelling like plants. This is Oud. Now their Oud, it isn't the best, it isn't the worst. Like, it's not like a skanky barnyard Oud, but it's not to me a true Oud. But it's not bad. It's not bad. And I'm doing an Oud video where I'm going to be talking about Ouds in different price points, which is why I specifically wanted to get this one, to really sample it and try it out. Not so much like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, but to sample it and to talk about Ouds in different price points. Cranberry, this one's so good, you guys. It smells like cranberry bogs. I've never been to a cranberry bog except for the one in Universal and Disney's Hollywood Epcot during the Food and Wine Festival. Sometimes they have like a little mini cranberry bog. This is what I think they smell like. I love a cranberry. It's so good. And then last but not least is lilac. This is beautiful. Now the other thing I picked up, Korres has their like limited edition gift sets. This is the vanilla Freesia. This is very sweet, very sweet. Really, really nice. I fell in love with this. So I bought this. I came home after buying all of this stuff and I didn't have a fragrance on. So I just kind of opened this up and it was a blind buy and I spritzed it on and I was like, wow, this is really nice. It's really sweet, very feminine, but really, really nice. And so I went back on my own like a few hours later and bought whatever was left of the gift sets to do as a giveaway for you guys. So love this one a lot. Andromeda from Tiziana Terenzi. I love this one so much. The cap is so cool. This is so heavy. The only thing I don't like about it, I don't like to keep the cap on it because it kind of pulls this a little bit. And please excuse my sausage chimney sweep fingers. I'm in the middle of like 5 paintings right now. And it's work season and I need no nails. Anyway, I've talked about it at length, so please forgive. I'm holding this beautiful bottle of perfume with like my gross hands. I'm so sorry for my art fingers. But I don't like that this kind of pulls this. I'm afraid it'll pull it off. So for me, I keep this like this. But it goes like this and it's really beautiful. And the fragrance itself is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I love the creations from Tiziana Terenzi. Oh boy, that was heavy. So this was the one that was supposed to be part of last month's haul. There we go. I can't think of words. If I'm talking a lot, it's because I'm tired. It's what I do. And it's Camel from Zoologist. I believe this will be available December 8th. I hounded Victor to let me buy it early because I ran out of my sample and he's like, fine. So I bought this. So I did buy this. This was not sent to me. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I have a review of it. I love it so much. So I got this last month. And then the rest of the fragrances, these are different. Some of these, like there's no rhyme or reason to this. Usually what I'll normally do, specifically when I'm thinking about like higher end expensive fragrances, I will, there'll be a note I'm looking for, a type of feeling I'm looking for, like maybe I'm looking for something woodsy or leathery or aromatic or nighttime or daytime. This was just kind of whatever. So obviously I usually have one or two flankers from Elizabeth Arden because I'm trying to collect them all. This is Green Tea Lotus. I've been wearing this to bed. Really beautiful, very fresh and green. It has that nice kind of like bamboo feel to it. I mean, I can't sit here and say bamboo smells like this. It smells like bamboo. But this kind of reminds me of that, only a little bit more floral. Very, very pretty. I love this one a lot. And then from... where is it? I also got these from TJ Maxx. I didn't have them in that box, but this is Tokyo Milk. This is Paradiso. Really, really beautiful. It's kind of like a sweet, powdery, almost somewhat citrus fragrance. Magnolia, jasmine, sheer citrus, and white musk. Really beautiful, great daytime fragrance. And then I got Bulletproof from, this is Tokyo Milk Dark. This is smoked tea, coconut milk, crushed cedar, and ebony woods. I was so excited for this one. Because smoked tea is like Lapsang Souchong, I'm just not going to go into Lapsang Souchong because we'll be here for an hour. Beautiful fragrance. I actually really like this, and I love finding these at TJ Maxx because they're so cheap. They're like $8. So yeah, let's get into the biggins. Real quick, one of you guys, a wonderful, amazing subscriber, was so generous and sent me 2 duo fragrances. Sent me Queen of Spades. Really, really love this. I forget exactly which fragrance this is a clone of. I know it's from Xerjoff. It's a really, really beautiful fragrance, gorgeous fragrance. And actually, you had gotten this. This is Casino Royale. This is the clone to Baccarat Rouge 540. And there's actually a funny story that goes behind this fragrance. When I was in Dallas and I was at the Neiman Marcus, I was getting some makeup done just because I was waiting for Carlos because Carlos's plane had just got in. So Carlos comes there, he comes up to me, you know, we meet, we hug, we say hi, and I smell him and I'm like, I know what you're wearing. And he's like, no, you don't. He was wearing Casino Royale from Dua, and it like reminded me, it smelled exactly on his skin like Baccarat Rouge 540 because I smelled Baccarat Rouge 540 on him. We did the comparison video between the Eau de Parfum and the Extrait, and that's a really good dupe. I wouldn't say that it's exactly the same, but it's really, really, really close. It's really beautiful. I enjoy it a lot. One fragrance that I'm going to be reviewing that I don't know if many of you guys are familiar with. I wasn't too familiar with this, but I read an article when I was thinking about like artistic, conceptual, almost architectural fragrances, and this house just, it was what was mentioned, and I forget the article, it was a bit ago, and I never had the opportunity to purchase a bottle, but somebody had purchased this bottle and they didn't like it, so I bought it blind, very cheap, but I was really interested in trying it, and this is the one that I was really interested in trying, so it kind of all worked out, and it's from the Harmonist, and this is Sacred Water. Now the Harmonist, this full price, this bottle is like $290, so it's expensive. I paid way less for that, way less. But this fragrance, it's like the yin and yang. It's like fragrance as feng shui. It's supposed to be very spiritual, and I love that because to me, smells, when you think of incense and temples and churches, like smells to me do invoke spirituality and religion in some ways, as I'm just kind of squawking out buzzwords. But this fragrance, to me, what I was interested in, it seemed one of the more conceptual from the line, and it's mineral-y. It's supposed to be like minerals and spirits and water, and it smells very wet and almost mildewy and soft and powdery and a little bit sweet. and it smells like water. And when I was describing this, I was talking about this on Instagram. This smells like how you think mineral water would smell. If you ever drink mineral water and you're like, I wonder how this smells, and you know, it doesn't have a scent. This is how I imagine mineral water would smell. For some reason, it's crazy. It's like powdery and dusty and wet and damp and dank and sweet, soft. There's just something really cool about this. This is definitely an avant-garde fragrance, and I'm going to be doing a full review on this. This is something that I put on and I wore and I loved, and my husband like hissed at me and ran away. He's like, "Would never wear that around me." This is not a safe fragrance to wear around a lot of people, but there's just something really powerful about this fragrance that I really, really love. Definitely not for everybody. Do not blind buy this. I don't know why I did, but I also don't mind avant-garde, more conceptual, artistic fragrances, but definitely like musty, mildewy, dusty water. I don't know why I like this, but yeah, this is from the Harmonist. Pick this up. Really excited to have it in my collection. Okay, let's get on to more safer things. I did a review of this, you guys, and this was so good. A fragrance friend of mine I made on Instagram. She's wonderful. Her name's Sasha. She's a musician. She's amazing. She was like, we were talking about fragrances all the time, and like, she's like, have you tried this fragrance? And I'm like, no. She's like, get your hands on it. It's like $20. And so I did. I had a gift card to FragranceNet, so I bought this and something else, and I just fell in love. I was like, this is such a good fragrance. This is probably one of the breakout fragrances for me of the year. Because of its price point, I mean, full price, how this fragrance smells, full price is worth it. But you can get this for like 20 bucks. Like, not this one. This is like $25 or $27 for the, what's this, the 3 no, this is a 2.5 ounce. But you guys, this is so good. This is Ambergris from Balmain. I just did a review on it. I'll link it below. If I have reviews of any of these fragrances, I'll link them below. But this is such an amazing fragrance. It's cozy, it's warm, it's a little bit sweet, it's woodsy. Oh gosh, it's perfect. Such a perfect fragrance for such a perfect price. So happy to have that in my collection, and I'm glad I decided to get the larger bottle. The other fragrance I got, I finally picked up a bottle of Green Irish Tweed, you guys. All right, if you guys follow my channel, this is your first time tuning in, I'm sorry that I'm talking and this isn't like a haul. It's just kind of me reminiscing about each purchase. It's what I do. It's why these videos get lots of downvotes. It's okay. But this was a fragrance I have been meaning to buy for half my life, and I just never did. I don't know why. I think it was just kind of like, oh, I'm never gonna own it. And then finally I was like, I'm gonna get it this month. I'm gonna get it, and I got it. So I had a gift card, and I'm so glad I did because it's so good. I love Green Irish Tweed. It just smells so good. I've already gushed about this fragrance. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite from Creed. So yeah, and I really like the bottle, and I got the big one. I was thinking about getting a big one, but I decided that might be enough for me. But yeah, really excited to finally add Green Irish Tweed to my collection. I also finally, I'm gonna start reviewing more Etsy and more indie brands of fragrances for you guys. I've done it before with, excuse me while I get comfy, with Cine's Labs. I love Cine's Labs. Donny Bovey is amazing. I love his creations. But there's a lot of Etsy brands out there that have a lot of love, or indie brands like Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab and Deconstructed Eden, and this brand also. So I like to purchase things from them to try and test and spotlight, to showcase, because I don't want to just showcase Creed. I don't want to just showcase Chanel or Mason Francis Kirkjohn. I want my videos to have a variety, and so I want to start showcasing indie fragrances. So Ravenscourt Apothecary really just kind of struck a chord with me, because when I first started and first found out about them, it's when I did my Pride and Prejudice, the fragrances I thought the Pride and Prejudice would wear, my scenting fictional characters. I really love those videos. I'll link this one below. But they actually have an Elizabeth Bennet and a Mr. Darcy fragrance oil, and I didn't get it because I wanted to stick with fragrances that I knew, but they were always on my list. And they also have a Lapsang Souchong. So what these are fragrance oils. And so the packaging is really cute. So this is Elizabeth Bennet. It's aniseed, basil, lemon, and mandarin. I haven't really had a chance to really try these out too much, but they're so cute. And I actually really like perfume oils. I think perfume oils are great. There's something I definitely want to invest in and use more. And so I was really excited to kind of start my perfume oil collection with these fragrances. So this is Elizabeth Bennet, and these were about $40 each. They weren't cheap, but they weren't crazy expensive. This is Mr. Darcy. There was a few others I wanted. I decided to stick to 3. This is Myrrh, Pine Needle, Cedarwood, and Tea Tree. This one excited me because this kind of like, I like myrrh, I like pine, and I also just really like fragrances that smell medicinal. So I thought the eucalyptus might be. So this is Mr. Darcy. And again, it's a perfume oil. Oh, that smells good. That smells good. Yeah, that smells how I want it to. But I haven't tried it on. So there's this guy. And then the last one was Lapsang Souchong. Really excited. And then they have a vanilla rooibos, which I thought was kind of cool. But I was like, I'm only getting 3, and I definitely have to get the Lapsang Souchong. And just from the whiff, it smells very similar. I'm still kind of smelling the eucalyptus in the air, so I'll have to wear this. I haven't worn this yet, but I'm really excited to try this. So I love Lapsang Souchong. You guys know I just can't shut up about it, so I'm going to shut up about it. But really excited for that. She also sent me a sampling of others I just kind of like mentioned. I'm like, I'm really excited to try these. I'm only getting 3. I'll be back. And she's like, well, let me send you a few little samples for your purchase. So she sent me vanilla rooibos, Earl Grey, green tea, and her Alice from Through the Looking Glass samples. And these are what her samples look like. They're just really, really cute. Please forgive my fingers. Her presentation is like A+. Her packaging and everything is A+. And this was shipped from either England or Russia, and I got it very quickly, and everything was well packaged. So I definitely, in regards to price and packaging and just getting your order quick, definitely recommend. I'll link her shop below, Ravenscourt Apothecary. I'm gonna link her website. Because I feel like it's probably easier to order her website and you don't have to have an Etsy account if you want to check out her stuff. I got one Guerrilla Perfumes, What Would Love Do. I have the solid perfume of this and I could not get over how good this is. So I got the small bottle, but this is the 30 ml, but I might go back and get the bigger one because this is so good. But this is such a delicious kind of, actually I'm not wearing anything today. Let's wear this today. It smells like a cookie biscuit, but like warm and sweet and bright and a little citrusy. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. If you guys like gourmand fragrances and you don't want something that's like vanilla and honey and chocolate, and you want something a little bit brighter and lighter and good for the daytime, oh my gosh, you guys, What Would Love Do from Guerrilla Perfumes is exquisite. It smells like a biscuit, like a delicious biscuit. All right, sorry, moving on. I also picked up a few other things. Obviously, I got another fragrance from Frederic Malle. This is Lys Mediterranee. I can never pronounce that right. It's a Lily of the Valley fragrance. Absolutely exquisite, as I would expect from this line. Edouard Fletcher, I believe, is the nose. I can't pronounce noses correctly. When it comes down to Malle fragrances, I like to get the smaller bottles because they're very potent and I don't need a lot. I've noticed with pretty much all Frederic Malle fragrances, I use 2 spritzes and I'm good for the day. So I don't need the large bottles, but I do really enjoy this one a lot. Really, really beautiful. And again, another practically perfect fragrance, stunning, elegant, a little bit on the mature side, but not in a way that is a negative, in a way that is a positive. I can think of a very sophisticated older woman dressed to the nines. This would probably be her daytime fragrance when she was going out to do dinner on her yacht. It's what it reminds me of, but absolutely perfect, impeccable fragrance. Another fragrance I mentioned yesterday and my winter fragrance recommendation is Orange Bitters from Jo Malone. This is a fantastic, beautiful, very rich, robust, light, effervescent orange fragrance. It smells citrusy and like the holidays and absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna be doing a full review on this. I got the big bottle because I know I'll like it. I need to go try gingerbread biscuit. That's the next one I want from them. And then I got 4 from House of Matriarch because she had a really nice sale. And this is Devotion. This is a amazing, amazing incense fragrance, absolutely gorgeous. And this is Orca. This is a fantastically perfect ambergris fragrance. I really love these guys a lot. And then I've also got them in here. This is, I believe, Timmy's fragrance from Imagine Scent. Yeah. Toukka Tatau. Beautiful fragrance. What I like about this one is because I live in the tropics, I like fragrances like this, but it still has the depth and richness that I would expect from House of Matriarch and the heaviness that I always look for in fragrances, but works really well in the tropics. So absolutely stunning fragrance. I love it so, so much. It smells like a holiday, but like a very just beautiful, amazing holiday. And then I finally bought a bottle of Kazimi. I have been meaning to buy this for the longest time. So I got Kazimi. So yeah, those are the House of Matriarch. I also have on en route to me. Hopefully it will be delivered today. It probably won't be. It'll probably be delivered sometime next week or the week after because they're really slow. Is Sucre Noir, which is the new one, and also Siren. So her 2 newer ones I pre-ordered and I should get them very soon. All right, I don't know if you guys remember during Hurricane Irma, I reviewed those Birdo fragrances. My mom had a discovery set and she let me borrow it so I could film a video for you guys. And I just fell in love with some of those fragrances. They were all really nice. There was 3 I particularly loved, and when Sephora had their 20% off sale, I bought 2 of them. I would have bought 3, but they didn't have the Russian one. So I couldn't get that one, but I did get Venera Moria. This is like a petitgrain fragrance. This is the one that smells like a corn chip. I really, really like this one a lot. I have an itchy nose, I'm sorry. And this is the Selva do Brazil. These are the Cologne Grand Cru fragrances. I will link the video below where I filmed this. Please excuse the audio and the video and the kids' toys in the background because I was in my nephew's bedroom. But I go through all these fragrances and let you guys know what I think. It's a first impressions video, but I just absolutely fell in love with these, so I definitely wanted to pick these up. I was thinking about also getting the Japanese inspired one and the Oud one as well, but those are the ones I definitely wanted to get first. And then I also, speaking of really nice kind of cologne fragrances or cologne concentration fragrances, this was sent to me by Luxury Scent Box. They know that I really like Galimard fragrances, so they did send this to me to review. I will be reviewing it in the future, just, you know, always transparent with you guys when people send me things. But this is the Cologne Absolue from Galimard, and it's another Lotus fragrance. It's Lotus Vivert. So this is kind of like this one right here. I got 2 Lotus green tea fragrances this month. They're definitely different and they're both exquisite. This is such an amazing fragrance, you guys. As soon as I sprayed this on my skin, I was just kind of like, oh, I'm going to be wearing you a ton. You are amazing. I have not been let down by Galimard fragrances, and they're very affordable. So I really love them, and you can get them again at Luxury Scent Box. I'll link the Luxury Scent Box below if you want to check them out. They didn't ask me to link it or share it in this video. I just like to share with you guys where I get things, specifically when it's sent to me, and you know, things like that. Transparency, transparency, transparency. But this was sent to me and I love it. To a few events, not huge events, they weren't like invite only, they were kind of like events at shops. So one of them was a Maison Francis Kirk John event at Neiman Marcus. It was open to everybody, but I was invited to go. And we had cocktails that were inspired by different fragrances, which was really fun because I love free cocktails and perfume. So I was there. And I've been meaning to pick up this fragrance for a bit. It's Amiris, and it's the masculine version, not the feminine version. I love the feminine version. I will be buying the feminine version, but there's something about the masculine version that I like more, which is why I picked this up first. Now, I'm not saying it is a dupe or identical to Viking, but it does smell very similar. It smells like that, again, that kind of like, and this is going to sound negative, but it's actually quite a positive, a very generic masculine cologne. There's nothing really innovative or exciting about this fragrance. And when it comes to Francis Kurkdjian, some of his fragrances are very innovative, they're very exciting, they're noteworthy, they're cult-like, and there are just his fragrances that are just your run-of-the-mill, everyday, grab-and-go, good-smelling fragrances, and this is one of them. If you're looking for an everyday cologne or any everyday fragrance that's office appropriate, you could wear it to work, you could wear it out to eat, you could wear it formal. This is just one of those fragrances that is very versatile, and it does remind me a lot of Viking in the fact that it kind of has that old spicy, mature man smell to it, but in a very positive way. There's a reason why those fragrances are so popular. It's because they have mass appeal, because they're just good smelling fragrances. The composition is solid, and I think out of all of those fragrances, this one just is one of the best, just in my personal opinion, specifically on my skin, and I really like wearing this one a lot, so I picked this up because I've been meaning to, but because it's not one of the more exciting ones, I kind of kept putting it off, but I was kind of like, you know what, I really want to buy a bottle of Viking. I'm going to buy a bottle of Viking at some point in the future, but I'm going to hold off and get this, save me like $300, because it'll fill that need until I really decide to get Viking, or until someone decides they don't like it and they sell a bottle of it and I get it cheap. That's usually how I do it. So I love Amaris Porhelm. And then another event I went to was a masterclass for Le Labo. And I had a grand old time. I had having a giveaway associated with a small discovery set that I got when I purchased this bottle. But I got Neroli 36. Now, kind of like Amaris from Francis Kurkdjian, this Neroli 36 is one of the fragrances that doesn't have a lot of hype, doesn't have a lot of love, but it's just a really solid fragrance. There's nothing exciting about this. I think when people see the word Neroli, they think Neroli. This is going to be a very powerful Neroli fragrance, and it's not at all. In fact, this doesn't smell like Neroli at all. And if you know Le Labo, you know that the reason why Neroli is there is because there's more of it in this fragrance than everything else. But this is a beautiful balance of a lot of different things. And on my skin, this kind of smells like cotton candy. A very effervescent, aquatic cotton candy. But there's a sweetness to this fragrance that really shows up on my skin, which I really, really like. And last but not least, I'm going to be getting both of these, but I decided to just get this one. I've been kind of in an incense kick. So I got Penhaligon's Agarbethi. Now I did a review where I talked about the two new fragrances, Pythani, which is more of kind of like the milk tea, spiced tea fragrance, which I really, really loved. And then the Agarbethi is more of the incense, kind of the sacred incense in temples. And they both got the milk accord that goes, that's kind of ties them together. This is a really, really beautiful fragrance. The bottle itself is absolutely stunning, and I just love it. And I've been on an incense kick, and I was like, yeah, I kind of got to get it because it's a beautiful, beautiful incense fragrance. So this is the other thing I got this month. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, guys, if you like my videos, my haul videos, just my fragrance reviews in general, or my fragrance videos in general, my cats are fighting under my feet. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. And also don't forget to subscribe because it's free. And I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday, and sometimes on the weekends as well. So I'll always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy, have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye!